Hello friends, welcome to the Java session. I am Pavitra. Today I am going to explain you how to use the for loop and enhance for loop with the arrays. Okay. In my previous video, we have discussed what is array and what is the memory allocation, how the memory allocation happens in the array, and how do you calculate, like what is the use of the index positions 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and what will be the last positions, and what are the different types of arrays are there, we have discussed. Okay, so before this video, if you don't know the basic concept, please watch the first video of an arrays. Okay, so the links will be displayed in the description. So today we will continue with the how do you use the for loop here. See, yesterday I was talking about in my previous video, I was talking about how do you how do you print this array values. Okay, in this session, we will see how do you reduce this. Like I have written total 5 system.out.println because I have the 5 elements. If I am having around 100 elements, if I am having 200 elements, okay, or imagine I have 1000 elements in the array, then I cannot use the SOP statement like this, or in the single SOP statement we cannot keep writing age of 0, age of 1, age of 2, 3, like that till 1000 we cannot write. Okay, it is very difficult. So to avoid that problem, we know in Java we have the loops, like we have a for loop, we have do while loop and while loop. So we can use either while loop or we can use the for loop here. But most of the times we'll go with the for loop because we want to mention the starting, okay, from where we want to print it and how long we want to print it, and where the printing has to stop, the termination condition, and every time we want to print the next element only, or alternative numbers you want to print it, so that we can easily decide by using the for loop. So that's the reason we will use the for loop here. So I will modify this program. So here we can take out this rest of all the statements, keep only one statement, SOP statement, system.out.println statement, and here you know put this inside the for loop so that this SOP statement can repeat a number of times. So how many times I want it has to repeat? First I will start my counter variable from 0. Why I'm starting from 0? Because we know our index positions of an array starts from 0. So I have to start the I from 0. Now I is less than. How long this printing should go? Till the end of this length, end of this array length or array size, right? So what is the name of the array here? That is age. And this array is having the one of the default property, that is length. Okay, so this length property of any array class give me the length of the number of values we have entered in the array. So right now I have entered 5 values, so this will give me the ih dot length returns me 5. That means indirectly it is substituting here 5. So we don't need to manually calculate the number of elements, so automatically it will calculate. So because of this, what happens is we can pass 1000 or 2000 elements, so length will be passed automatically. So every time we don't need to change this condition. If I change the number of elements in the array, I don't need to change this for loop. So next we have to go for an I plus plus, right? It has to be incremented. Now you give open brace and close brace. And you all know if there is only one statement inside the for loop, we can skip the open brace and close brace. But it is good to use it so that we will not be having any confusions. So now I am going to give system.out.println. In place of 0, I am substituting I. So first time I value will be 0. So it will take age of 0. So what is the age of 0? It will give you 19. And next I plus plus, the I value will becomes 1, and 1 is less than age dot length. Okay, that is 1 is less than 5. The age dot length is 5. So condition is true, and it will print now age of 1. What is the age of 1? We have 20 here. Okay, so you know this values will be stored in the index positions, like first index position will be 0, and this will be 1, and this is 2, and this is 3, and this is 4. So the first now I value is 1. 1 is less than 5. The index of 1, that is having 20. So it will print me 20 here. And next it will go for I plus plus. I value is 2. And 2 is less than 5. Okay, condition is true. And here the age of 2. What is there in age of 2? 23. So it is going to print 23. And next I plus plus, I value will be 3, and 3 is less than 5, and here it comes. Okay, and age of 3. What is the age of 3? 24. And next I plus plus, I value will be 4, and 4 is less than 5. Condition is true, and age of 4, that is 18. So it is going to print the 18. So next I value will be 5, because I'm doing I plus plus, right? So I value will be 5. 5 less than 5, condition fails, and it comes out of the for loop. So now we are going to print, means we have successfully completed the for loop, and this is going to print this array values. Now let us run this. So we can see our output, that is 19, 20, 23, 24, and 18. So this is how you will get the output. And now I told you there is a one more way of printing these values, that is in Java we have something called enhanced for loop. So what is the use of the enhanced for loop, and how we will use this? What is the syntax of this? We will see. So in this normal for loop, we have the assignment, like I have to take one variable and we should assign it, and then we should check the condition, then we should increment and print it. But the thing is here, when I go for printing the arrays, the array, we already know that the array values index starts from 0 and it goes till the length of an array. So why don't we have one simple for loop, okay, so which will just takes these values and prints it. So rather than we are giving the starting position and ending positions, okay, so this is already fixed, so I don't need to mention this all things again. So in this way they have simplified the for loop structure. So how do you do that? We can see here. First I will show you the syntax of enhanced for loop. So first we have to write a for keyword, and then whatever the data type, means this array data type is. For example, what is the data type of this age? That is int. So we should always declare one integer variable here. That means first we need to give the data type of array, and variable name, and colon, this is the symbol, okay, the colon, and then array variable name. Okay, next open brace and close brace. So here also, if we have only one statement, you can skip the open brace and close brace. And then what is the business logic you want to do it? You can write the business logic here. Statements, okay, we can write. So now I will show you one example so that we will get this, what is the syntax I have written. So now I'm writing first, what is the syntax? For loop. So I have to write the for loop. Next, what I have to do? Data type of the array. Okay. So what is the data type of the array here? Our array is age and the data type of that is int. So you have to take the data type of an array, that is int. Next, variable name. Okay, so we can give whatever the variable name we wanted. So suppose I'm giving here as n, or you can give it as a number also. Okay, just for a simplicity, I'm given only one letter. And then we have to use the colon. So write the colon, then array variable name. And what is the array variable name here? That is age. Age is the variable, right? It is an array variable. In this only your all the values are stored. So that variable name you have to give it. So write age. Next, open brace and close brace. So here we are going to do the business logic. What is my business logic here? I just want to print. Okay. So I'm giving it as n. And now what is this n will do? The n is going to copy the values of age. Like in the age, we have these values, right? What is the values are there in the age? 19, 20, 23. So first n will copy the first value, that is 19. So n stores the first value 19 and it will print that. So 19 will be printed. Next, n will take the next number 20. So the 20 will be printing. Next, n will read the next number 23. So it will print 23. And next, n will read the next number from the age, that is 24. So the 24 will be printed. And then it will read the next number 18. So the 18 will be printed. So like this, see, this loop has become, this loop is become very simple. Okay, so how it is simple? Because we are not mentioning the initialization, we are not mentioning the condition, we are not given incrementation. So here it knows, the loop internally knows the starting letter will be in means starting index position is 0. So it will always read the first value, the 0 position values, and then it will read the first, second, third, fourth till the end of the, last element of an age variable. So every time it will increment by 1, means first it will read 0th index, first index, second index, like that only. You cannot go for a alternative numbers here. Means first I'm reading 0th position, I want to read second position by skipping the first position. That is not possible in enhanced for loop. If you want such kind of printing, then we have to go for a normal for loop. Okay, if you want only the sequence, then we will go for an enhanced for loop. So like this it works. We will see, and I hope this program all of you understood. Now we will see the one more example. Okay, so I will take out this complete code. Now we will see the different data type, okay, rather than using the integer. Now you all understood the how to use the integer. Now I will do one thing. I will print the marks. Okay, let us say there is a student, 5 students. I want to print the marks of those 5 students. So what I will do, I will declare, marks will be decimal. In my previous video, we have discussed how do you declare the array is of type float type. So we will go for a float, then array size, and then name of the array. So suppose I'm giving here marks, equal to, and since it is a static array, so I'm giving the static values here. And also I have told you guys already, so I am giving f here because if you don't give a f, it will take this value as a double, and double we cannot store it in the float. That is the reason explicitly we have to mention it as f, so that it will take it as floating point value, not double value. And next 76.54f. Now for the simplicity, I'm just taking the three marks, means there are 3 students, I'm taking the 3 marks here. Now how do you print these values? Again, we will do from both, like we will do normal for loop also, and we will do enhanced for loop also. So if we all know how to write the normal for loop, so we have to go for int I, counter variable. Here instead of I, you can take any other variable also. Int you can even say count is equal to 0, and cnt is less than what is the array name here? Marks, right? So we have to give marks dot length. You know that length property will give you the length of the array. And next we will go for cnt plus plus, means after the statement this will execute. And now what is the statement? And this time I will show you, if you skip this open brace and close brace, what will happen. System.out.println, and I want to print the what is the name of the array? Marks of cnt. So cnt will be replaced from 0 to till the end of the length, end of an array. So first time marks of first cnt is 0 here, and 0 is less than marks dot length. You know this time what is the marks dot length? Okay, so first time it is 0, 0 is less than 3, right? So here length 1, 2 and 3. So there are 3 elements, so length is 3. And now 0 is less than 3, condition is true. The first value marks of cnt. What is the cnt value now? 0. So marks of 0, that is we will get 89.97. Okay. And the next cnt plus plus, then it will become 1, and 1 is less than 3, condition is true, and it will come to marks of cnt, marks of 1. And what is there in marks of 1? 80.76. Okay. And next cnt plus plus, it will become 2, and 2 is less than 3, condition is true, and marks of 2. So it will print to the next, okay, that is 76.54. So now the value will become next cnt plus plus, it will become 3, and 3 is less than 3, condition fails, and it comes out of the for loop. Now it will not go to execute the statement. Okay, so let us see the output. Will it work? Save the program and run it. So we can see here 89.97, 80.76, 76.54. Now, how do I use the enhanced for loop? Okay, so here I am keeping the syntax remains. So we can see this syntax and we can write now. So for loop, first use the keyword for loop, and then what we have to do, we have to check the data type of the array. Now, what is the data type of our array now? That is float. So we have to declare the float here, float em. And then we have to use the colon, then array variable name. And what is the array variable name? That is marks. So add the marks here. And next we can go for like open brace, close brace. Now if you feel like I don't want to add this, you can write directly system.out.println, and you want to give m, right? Because the m is the one which carries the first, m first carries the first value from the marks. What is that? 89.97. so it will print that value here, the first value, and then it will print the second value, okay, and then third value, like that. So it will copy value one by one. So first m will copy the first value, prints, then second value prints, and then third value prints. Once the m goes to the last, there is no further element, so it will understands that it reaches the end of the array, and it will stop this loop. So let us see now, let us execute this, and before that I'm giving one message here so that we can differentiate between the printing of normal for loop and enhanced for loop. Enhanced for loop. So now just go for run as Java application. So we can see we are getting the same output. Okay, so by using the normal for loop also we are getting same output. By using the enhanced for loop also we are getting the same output. So okay, so only difference is the syntax. Okay, this is more simplified format and this is bit lengthier. Okay, for typing and all, but both of them are having their own intention while we are using it. I told you, if you are printing any alternative numbers, or you want to start printing from here, okay, or you want to start printing in the reverse direction and all, we will use the this for loop. But if you want to print the values always in the starting to ending, and all the numbers without any skipping of the numbers, then we will go for an enhanced for loop. Okay, so I hope you understood this also, and I'll show you one more program here, that is how do you work with characters. Okay, so this the data type I will change it to the character. This time let us try to print the character. I will take here as, let us say, the learners grades I want to print it. Okay, so there are 4 learner is having the grade, let us say the first learner is having, first student is having the grade as A, the second student is having the grade is E, and third student is having the grade, let us take grade only, C and B. Okay, so there are 3 students and their grades are like this. Now we want to print this information. So now we can see here I'm getting error because I removed that marks variable. Now I have taken the grades variable. Okay, so what is the changes we have to do here now? In place of the marks we have to put the grades. So this counting means, the index position, we are starting from 0 only here also. So this remains same. Int cnt equal to 0, cnt is less than grades dot length. And, we are going for printing the grades of 0. And, after printing it, it will increment the counter. So 0 and then 1 and then 2. So it will print instead of this, it will print what now? A and C and B. Okay, so I hope this is clear here. And now the same way, how do I use the enhanced for loop for a character? And what is the data type of the array right now? That is char, right? So we need to change the data type from the float to char. And then what is the name of the array? That is grades. So we have to give here grades. And here again, this m is the variable, okay, which is going to copy the first value a and prints, and it will copy the next value c and prints, and next it will copy the b value and prints. So like this, it is going to print the character values also. So I hope this syntax is clear. Now let us see the execution part. You can see this is the normal array, use a normal for loop. Okay, I'm using to print, and this is I'm using enhance for loop to print it. Okay, so now suppose we want to work with the strings. Okay, so what changes we have to do here? You have to go for an make the data type as a string. Let us say you want to print the names of 3 students, and you are giving those names also as a hard coded value. Okay, so suppose I have Kavita, okay, Tanu, and it is a string. We have to give the string value in double quote, character in single quote, and string value in double quote. That is the syntax we are using, right? The string will be always represented in double quotes, and character will be represented in single quote. If you don't give double quote and single quote, then it will be treated as a variable, then compiler will gives us error. Okay, so now what is the changes? I want to print these names now. So what I have to do, I have to change this grades by names. Okay, because I have to find the this names arrays length. Okay, so it will find out names dot length. If you put it, it will find out the length of this array. And next I need to print the names of 0th position, right? So I have to remove this grades again, put it names of count, the 0. Again here index positions will be same for all the data types. Okay, so 0 1 2, and first time the count will be 0, and 0 is less than names dot length, and it will print the names of 0. What is that names of 0? What name is there here? Kavita, right? So it will print the Kavita. And next count plus plus, it will become 1 is less than names dot length, that is 3, and it condition is true, so it will print the next value. Okay, that is Nisha. And next count plus plus, the count value will be 0 1 2, right? Now 2 is less than 3, condition is true, and it will going to print the next value Tanu. Okay, the same way, what changes we have to do with the enhance for loop? So again, like first check the data type of the array. What is that? String. So we have to declare the variable is of type string type, and then the array variable name. This time I'm given it as a name, so you can give it as names. And now I need to, again I'm printing m only, right? So it will going to print the value, so what is there in the array. Okay, so Kavita, Nisha, and Tanu. So here also it works exactly same, just the data type is different. Now you can run it again. So we can see now we are getting the Kavita, Nisha, Tanu, and Kavita, Nisha, and Tanu. So like this, whichever the data type you want to work, okay, so you can work with like what I have tried to say you here is you can declare a array is of type any data type. Okay, so here I have shown you right now integer, float, and string. Now remaining data types are you can work with the long, you can work with short, you can work with double, okay, and even we can work with boolean. We want to take a boolean array, we want to take a byte array, you can work with byte array. So these are all the different, and even you can give the user defined data type. For example, you can make this array is of type student type. Okay, imagine there is a student class you have and you want to create a array of an student objects, then you can even make the data type as a student here. So like this we can use the other data types also. So please try those data types the way I have tried here, these int, float, and string. So I hope all of you understood this concept. Thank you so much for watching. And if you like it, please like and subscribe my channel. And in the next video, I will try to explain you guys, okay, the dynamic array and two-dimensional array. Thank you once again.